believe I'm Kurt Jackson. K-U-R-T. My inspiration is essentially my environment, the natural world, and how we fit into it. Basically, everything out there is paintable. You know, whether it's a bus in London or whether it's a gorse bush in the hedge. It's not a problem of finding what to paint, it's a problem of narrowing it down and having a reason to paint it. Often that reason is a personal experience, which might be a childhood memory, whether it was as a kid wandering in Europe, camping wild, following rivers, or parts of the Cornish coast I've known very well as a kid as well. But yeah, it all comes back to personal experiences. I do these rapid walks where I do literally hundreds of very quick sketches and scribbles. My sketchbooks are, they work on lots of different levels. They're places to work out ideas for future paintings. With time, they become, you know, as they've become fuller and more battered, and they take on this sort of beauty in their own right. The way I work is a combination of working en plein air, you know, in situ, outside, and working in the studio. I'm putting myself out there, so the weather, the elements are affecting me directly. I'll retreat into the studio and somehow continue working on it, but in a different way. What I don't want to be is the sort of artist who knows exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. That really bores me. I'm not interested in that at all. I want to make exciting discoveries within each painting. It's a response to what's happening to me and the experiences I'm having. I refuse to have one way of working. In the case of most recent painting, going into the studio with the idea in my head, putting on things like granite dust, taking it home, back to the studio, allowing it to dry, then spending some time looking at it, maybe taking it out again for another session, but eventually trying to reach that point where basically I can't think of anything else to do it. I work in 4, maybe 5 different places. This is the studio I use for working on large-scale works, canvas. All the studio spaces have got a different sort of work going on in them. Well, I say I work in what I call projects, which are essentially bodies of work or series of paintings or pieces of work. And the idea or ideas behind those individual projects it's very diverse. For instance, I did a project recently in a nature reserve that was threatened by sea level change as a result of the climate crisis. I think trying to deal with the agenda of the environment and open people's eyes to what's happening in the world and to appreciate this world and to understand what we share it with, all the other beasties and beings. And therefore, I think what I'm doing is very political actually and of the moment.